Welcome to the live today. Today's Q&A Fridays, right? So we have finally figured out each day of the week what we're going to be covering. My team will put it in so you'll know every day what to expect from us. Obviously, it's going to be different things throughout each day, but we just want to make sure that you guys are getting the most value when it comes to listening to us and working with us. If this is your first time joining the live stream, I definitely recommend that you like and subscribe to the video and go follow me right now on Instagram at CL929. And while you at it, you might as well just tag me in your stories post and let everybody know you'll get information from me. Like I said, I hope you guys had an amazing week. Let's start off by letting me know where you guys are watching from. Where are you watching from? You're watching from? And said she's watching that from Canada. Like I said, that's how we start off. We want to make sure that we know what you guys are watching from. Then go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then go ahead and like and share this video to 3 to 5 people you know and like. And if you can do me a favor and tag me in your Instagram stories so everybody knows what's what, we'll be good to go. Tay, what's up, brother? North Carolina in the house. Buffalo, New York is in the house. Shout out to everybody. It's a Q&A type of day, guys. So go ahead and drop your questions. We're on Q&A. Let's start off with some wins. What type of wins that you accomplished this week? Whether you got a deal on the contract, you negotiate with a seller, you just start off with a brand new cold caller, you just open up a new list. What are the wins? Big or small, a win is a win, right? And the small wins compound to bigger wins. And the big wins take you out the stratosphere to successes that no one thought you can make. So drop some wins in the comments, and then we'll start off with questions. Maybe my team can give me some questions that maybe was emailed in this week, and I can answer the questions here live while we wait on people to put their questions in the YouTube comment. We're streaming on YouTube, the VA Mastery page, my regular Antoine Campbell page, and inside the Nothing But Nuggets Facebook group. We're launching 2 new Facebook groups towards March, and then we're reviving our other Facebook groups where we're going to be very interactive. So get inside the Facebook groups. We're going to be really communicating in the groups. Some of the Facebook groups will have exclusive live streams on there. Some of the Facebook groups will have exclusive Q&A days outside of the YouTube content. So we definitely want to make these Facebook groups of value to you guys. As you know, the last 2-3 years, Facebook groups have really been watered down. Like, ain't nobody really talking about much or nothing in Facebook groups. A lot of people started the Facebook groups, have abandoned them, and don't even post them most of the times. So we're going to do a really good job of bringing back the Facebook groups and making sure that you guys get the information you need. That being said, it should be some wins shared this week. It should be some accomplishments. And then you should be already working on next week, right? What does next week look like for you, right? Maybe you finish off on, like what you didn't accomplish last week, and you start to put that on your plate for next week, right? That's the biggest production hack is to write down like a list of everything you want to do and then cross off as you do it. And then whatever you didn't finish or accomplish, you move on to the following week. Shout out to Tay. He said he got 2 contracts at the attorney office this week. Congratulations to you, man. Hopefully they make it to the finish line and just continue to work. But I can guarantee you, them 2 contracts was the results of maybe last month or the month before last efforts and hard work, and it is just paying off. So what you see for this month is usually for last month. So for February, this is the results that's going to happen for March and April. So if you're not really putting in too much work for February, you're going to have a terrible March and April. That's just the way the cycle of business works. So you guys got to understand what you do today will be the results for tomorrow. So that's the quote of the week. What you do today will be the results for tomorrow. Antoine Campbell. So Paul asked me, how do I target zip codes? Very simple. We look at markets and see where they're trending at. We look at cities. We want to focus on cities that's about no more than 45 minutes outside of the main, city. So let's use Georgia for example. So you have Savannah and Atlanta. Then, obviously they hours apart. So I'm looking at smaller sub-cities that's no more than 45 minutes outside of Savannah. That's with a population between 30,000 and 100,000. If you can do it that way, you'll definitely be good to go. So, I don't want to get too hung up on the zip codes, but I make sure I'm in areas that make sense. And then to really stamp and evaluate, make sure you're in the right place. Just once you find the cities or the zip codes, take that, type that in a prop string, and then go check the flippers list to see how many flippers you see. Ideally, you want to see at least 20 flips on the flippers list, and then you just go check the cash buys list and see like what the last 30 to 60 days look like, how many people actually bought houses with cash in the last 30 to 90 days. Usually the prop string data is trailing about 30 to 45 days. So I say the last 90 days data you want to base that on. And if you don't see like nobody's buying for cash, if you don't see nobody's flipping, then that might not be an area you want to market to. Because yeah, you can get a deal on a contract, but if you get a deal on a contract and there's no one there to buy it from you, or to sell it to, then you're going to be end up canceling a lot of contracts, so you're wasting a lot of money. So that's what we talk about when we tell our clients, don't try to be fake busy, or don't lie to yourself, because the truth is in the results. If you're putting yourself in a situation where you're locking up everything, and everything you're locking up ain't making it to the finish line because of the fact that there's no buyers in the area, there's no flippers in the areas, who's going to be the person that actually sells, you sell a deal to? So that's the biggest thing I want you guys to understand, that you got to understand that when you lock up a deal, you have to have an end buyer already in mind. I hate the thought of locking up a deal and then, it don't close, or you lock up a deal and now you got to back out of it. That's what gives wholesaling a bad representation, that a lot of people just, emotionally locking up deals and they're not really having a structure behind it. My guy, what's up, brother? Yeah, I got the email. I sent it over to my other client. He says he has a buyer that's looking to buy with that criteria that you sent me. So hopefully we all can make some money together with his buyer. But like I told him, I said, his buyer, you better be ready to rock and roll, because we actually own the properties we sent to you. So if you saying, yeah, my buyer ready to buy, blah, 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 and then we send you some solid deals and, they go crickets, we don't entertain people after that. So in this business, you got to perform, How to close over the phone? Brother, come to my training. Come to my training. You want the sauce? Come to my training. But I give you a quick overview. Closing over the phone, we recently just discovered this new methodology, and we was talking, and we're going to change the way we teach all of our clients. And it's about being personable. It's not about being transactional. So you guys got to first learn how to build rapport with people. And then you follow this golden rule that we figured out, is people do business with who they know, they like, and they trust. And how could someone know you and like you and trust you with all of them within one phone call? So as the acquisition manager, you got to spread out your calls to 2 to 3 different touches where, you introduce yourself, the initiation call, you warming them up, you asking about some commonality things, you build a rapport. The second call, you may call and still build a little rapport, and then you start to touch on the numbers, but you're not really diving deep into the numbers. And then the third call, you lay it on them and say, this is what it is, and this is what we can do to help you. And if you're serious about it, come on to the training. We're having a training from next Wednesday to Friday. It's supposed to be this week, but we rescheduled it. So next Wednesday to Friday, it's $997, typically $2,000, but we do 50% off. It's tax season. I know y'all got it. Come on, pay. Let's go. Let's make some changes. The best time to make change in your life is tax time, because you got some disposable income that you can invest in that you wouldn't have any other time of the year. So if you want to start a business, hire a VA, take your life to the next level, go on a fancy date, go on a fancy cruise, the best time to do it is, from the months of February to March. So, take that bread and put your money up and invest in your business. And about 10 years ago, me and my wife invested in our first business. Actually, 2013. Was it 2012? It was 2013, the beginning of 2013. And we invested in our first business, took all of our money, and literally just put it all out there. And I ain't gonna lie, for the first few months, man, it was a struggle. I was taking my money I was making for my job and continue to pay the rent at my office and all of that stuff, and putting my personal bills on the back burner, because I believe in what I had going on so bad that I was okay with making that sacrifice, right? Because let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys notice or not. There's no other investment in the world that's going to pay you like in a business that you operate, and it's profitable, obviously. But there's no other investment in the world that's going to pay you like your business. So that's one of the biggest things I want to tell you guys. Invest in your business, invest in the resources, invest in your consultants, your trainers, whoever the people that may need to take it to the next level. Cold calling not your thing. Go out and find somebody to put you together a cold calling team. Is acquisition not your thing? Go out and find somebody who's going to teach you sales and persuasion how to get deals on the contract, right? How to consistently close deals, you have to be a marketer. You have to learn marketing. You have to learn how to get people's attention. You have to learn how to get people on the phone that's willing to listen to what you got to say. So once you consistently master and getting leads coming into your business, then you're going to consistently master and stand on the phones and giving offers to people. And then ultimately, that's how you close deals. You have to build a pipeline first, right? Real estate is not a transactional business. It's a relationship business, and that's why the people at the top that you see and admire, you follow on YouTube, Facebook, and all that. 80% of their business comes from referrals and relationships, right? And yeah, they get deals prior to they actually pipeline. But if you look at the big guys, majority of the business they get is from the relationships. Why is it important to make a YouTube channel and put out the information? Because you want to let people know you're doing deals and send me your deals, right? So the easiest way to consistently get deals is to master marketing, master sales, and follow up crazy. Some of you guys are not doing nowhere near enough follow up. Even after you get your hot leads, you just call them once or twice and forget about them. You got to consistently call people, 10 to 15 times just to get them on the phone and continue to have that conversation about them being interested in still selling their house. So that's one of the biggest things I can tell you guys is you guys lack follow-up. And it shows in the results of you're not doing deals because you only call people once or twice and you're done with them. Any more questions, guys? It's a beautiful Friday, even though it's wet and drippy where I'm at, but it's still a beautiful Friday because it's Friday. Like I said, we got a lot planned for you guys in the next few months, so I'm very excited about that. I just want to make sure that we take care of our community and we put our community in the best situation possible. Okay, what's the best way to fund these pre-foreclosures to get the money for the back payments? So the best way to do it is to tap into your credit. If you got a 720 credit or better, I can show you how to set up 2 or 3 separate LLCs and go out and get business credit cards and go out and get business funding and loans and stuff. And guys, as you're doing deals, make sure the money is flowing through one LLC account and you're keeping a solid average daily balance, right? If you're making $40,000 a month or $20,000 a month, keep half of that as an average daily balance, because that's what the banks look at. Not you get one deal, you put in there, then 3 days later you took it out, and then boom. They don't count that. They want to see what the average amount of money you hold on to. So to answer your question, if you get 2 to 3 solid LLCs and you take that money and then you create a joint venture partnership with your main LLC, and then them 3 LLCs will liquidate their credit cards and whatever the case may be responsibly, and then they take that money to invest into these back payments or whatever the case may be. Now, when it comes to the pre-foreclosures, some of the times, a lot of these deals are negative equity deals, which means that they listen to some dumbass realtor and they overborrowed. They didn't show no money down. They got this special loan percentage down, and the company, this other organization, gave them the closing costs, not understanding that money is still payable. And when you go to sell your house or refinance your house, them debts have to be satisfied. So the biggest issue that a lot of people don't know is they don't know what they don't know. So when you talk to these sellers, they're thinking that they have equity and they truly don't. So a lot of these deals that you guys are looking at may be candidates for like short sales or things like that. So short sale season is definitely back. I definitely would recommend you guys go find a short sale expert to really pay, not just leech off information, but pay them for their time and attention and to get set up and get everything going. So, that's the biggest thing I can tell you about getting the money for, and do me a favor, guys, and share this out to different people, man. I see people on here Fridays. Share it out so everybody else can have the same information too. But yeah, so liquidate them cards, set up a JV with all your 3 LLCs, and then do deals and then split the money back with the 3 LLCs and obviously pay the cards off. And then as you consistently do that, and then the actual cash come back plus the profit, now you got 3 more profitable businesses that you can leverage and get lines of credit with, and then eventually become some type of micro lender or some type of debt lender or collateral lender, obviously. So that's what I would focus on. But look more into that. What would you consider a hot lead? What I would consider a hot lead is a homeowner that's looking to sell within 60 days or less. or they're interested in receiving a cash offer. And if they receive the cash offer and they like the cash offer, they'll move forward in 60 days or less. So that's what I consider a hot lead. Do your VAs that you train have scripts for different scenarios? We don't train on scripts. See, that's what a lot of companies mess up at. It's that they're teaching people how to memorize a script. But then what happens when you run out of information from that script to continue a conversation? They can't, right? So that's where you see a lot of disconnecting. What we teach people is how to be relatable, how to be a people person, how to ask open-ended questions, how to go deep into their script, and how to show people that they're humans just like them on the other end of the phone, while still trying to get the information they need to do their job. So that's the biggest thing I will tell you about our VAs. How to find boots on the ground? It's simple. So when you find your boots on the ground, don't just say, yo, you go take pictures for me, I give 50% of my deal. You waste some money. 80% of your boots on the ground, you can use a service-based business to take care of for you. So if you need pictures taken, there's a website called bpophotoflow.com. You go over there, you pay them $40 to take your pictures. No more giving someone 40 to 50% of your deal just because they took the pictures for you, right? If you need some paperwork signed, and you need somebody to go sign it, there's this website called 123notary.com. You go in there, you pay a notary $150. They'll go out, get the contract signed. And if you send them extra money, they'll mail the contract back, the original contract back to you, so you can have the actual wax signatures. A lot of transactions in a lot of states require a wax signature. So a lot of stuff you want to do, you want to make sure you get a wax signature, meaning a real signature. DocuSign don't hold up on a lot of things, especially subject to type things and all of that. You want to make sure a person is there and present. And another reason why it's important is because that notary can get the copy of their ID and all of that stuff and verify that they're who they are. And a notary holds up better for you when it comes to doing deals. So yeah, so I wouldn't personally you get stuck on finding somebody. I would just use service-based business. If you need some other tasks done, there's another website called TaskRabbit. You go in there, you can pay people for random shit. Like some people pay people stand in line for 2 hours to get Jordans for them. You can do the same thing, pay them to go across town and maybe go cut the grass on a property, or pay somebody on TaskRabbit to go across town and board up a house. And then they just build you. Dog, there's so much technology out here. There's pretty much no excuses why you can't take your business completely virtually. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for a while, over 4 years, and we found a whole lot of different ways to do things without needing people always there physically. Sounds good. I got 720 now, but I need 3 different LLCs. Yes, you want 3 different LLCs, and you want to set these LLCs up to possibly have 3 different virtual addresses. Maybe sign up for 3 different Regis accounts and use professional addresses. Maybe a Miami address or New York address. It don't matter. And you just want everything to look good. You want to list your businesses in 411. You want to create a legitimate website for each of your business. You want to get a number listed in Google. And then you want to go on Fiverr somewhere and start paying people for articles and things of that sort about your company. You want to and then you want to start doing blogs and stuff. So when people Google these companies, it's information about them. And then most importantly, you want to use your personal credit to guarantee the debt so you can accelerate getting as much money as fast as possible. But then the beautiful thing is you want to make sure that at the end of the day, you're actually making money. So these LLCs are getting money coming in every single month from the investments that you're making with the deals. And then, like I said, keeping that average daily balance at a certain point so you can borrow more money and more money. Good questions today, guys. If you ask premium questions, you get premium answers. Right? If you ask surface level generic questions, I'm gonna give you surface level generic answers, right? So that's why I tell people, when you go find somebody that's willing to answer your questions, make sure you ask the good quality questions, right? So if not, then you just Google some of that surface level stuff, and I'm pretty sure you get the answer for it. But like I said, just keep working, keep focusing. Next week, you already passed the halfway point for the month. You literally got like 10 days left in the month. It felt like, 10 days. Tomorrow, you'll have 10 days left for the month to finish out. What are you going to do in the next 10 days? Talk is cheap. I'm talking action. Put your money where your mouth is. Are you going to pull a list? Are you going to hire a VA? Are you going to, give them the phones and cold call all your leads from last October, November, December to see where they at? It's a new year. People change. Things happen. Follow back up with your leads that told you no last March and April. Get people back into the circulation of the pipeline so that way you can be able to generate more business. And this information I'm showing you guys is universal to any business. So you can do this outside of real estate, engaging your people, right? The biggest thing I can tell you guys is to have a good follow-up pipeline that you can follow up with people. The worst thing I see a lot of real estate investors do is they only talk to people once or twice and they forget about them. So what are you doing to the point that they don't need to forget about you? Or, hey man, this is Antoine Campbell giving you a call. I hope you're having a fabulous new year so far. I know it's February. I know we talked back in October. I'm just checking in to see where you're at with things regarding the property that I called you about back in October. Literally, that's all you got to do. If you're not making 30 to 50 follow calls a day as an acquisition manager, there's no way in hell you can get to 3 to 5 deals a month. I see so many people ready to get to 3 to 5 deals. They ready to do 2 deals a month, 3 deals a month, but they're doing no effort to get to that point. They barely do enough effort to get to 1 consistent deal a month. See, this business requires effort, grit, determination, and consistency. And once you get to that point in your life, you're gonna hit consistency. What has been the biggest challenge you have faced as a business owner, and how did you overcome it? Oh, fuck, there's so many challenges. Let me think. The biggest challenge I faced as a business owner in the beginning was people. How to manage and deal with so many personalities. How to take what you got in your head and put on paper and then explain to people this is what you want. So being able to articulate your goals and your dreams to people is a talent and a skill within itself. How did I overcome it? I invested in myself. I hired coaches. I hired trainers. I read a ton of books. If you're not a book person, I got multiple ways you can digest books in less than an hour, 20 minutes sometimes. One way is called a Headway app, Headway app. I don't know the whole name of it, but it's called Headway. And you pay like $10 a month, and they got these books where they broken down and summarized into 15-minute formats. You can read it or listen to it. So if you're like me, you can read. Here's an ultimate hack. If you still work a job, you can listen to 2 books a day. Listen to the book on the way to work, which takes you about 10 to 15 minutes, and then listen to the book on the way home. And if you're really aggressive and you're really hungry, you can do 3. Listen to a book on your lunch break. You'll knock it out. Also, there's this other one called Lit. It's a video app. It's really informative. They got all the books, thousands of different books, video books, where they have the authors reading and explaining to you exactly what the book is. And to me, it's about the speed of getting information and then implementing it. I'm not a big fan of reading a book for 3 weeks and then try to implement it. You're behind. What if I can read that book in an hour and then implement that stuff the same day? So that's one thing. Another thing to overcome was financial challenges, cash flow, liquidity. So you're going to face a time in your business where you may have great months and then you may have bad months. How do you combat that? So just having a consistent plan in your business. As you make money, read the book called Profit First. Pay yourself first. Pay your business first. Take care of yourself, right? Because you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. That's my philosophy, right? So if you make $50,000 this month, you need to be acting like you don't know what next month looks like, which is true for most entrepreneurs. So don't be worrying about the shiny shit, the Rolex watches, the expensive vacations, all of the stuff that's not really important. Continue to save and build cash reserves. You want to have at least 6 to 8 months reserve personally, and then you want to have at least another 6 to 12 months reserves for your business. The business is going to take good care of you. So just make sure you take good care of it and be a good steward of money. So yeah, that's some of the biggest challenges that I think that I faced so far. I answered this question already, Paul. How do you pick a virtual amount? You want the exact sauce. I don't know to tell you, brother. I just told you what I would do. So hopefully I answer your question. But back to the challenges. An entrepreneurship is nothing but problem solving. You're gonna continue to solve problems until the day you close your eyes. So get good at being a problem solver, get good at being a critical thinker, get good at being a strategist, it could have been a fucking magician. Like sometimes you got to do magic and you got to make it to the point that um you are doing what's necessary to make your business thrive. Sometimes you might not have all the answers to everything you're going through. It's good to have good friends and quality people in the same space that has a little more wisdom to you that you can pick up the phone and call and get wisdom from, right? So that's one of the biggest things I could tell you is always seek wisdom from others who've been and done the things you've done so that you can get to where you want to be. Guys, this is if you're new to watching it live, this is Q&A Fridays with your boy Antoine Campbell. If you want to book a call and you need something, you want to hire a virtual assistant, you want to take your team fully virtual, you're in real estate and you've been trying to get it off the ground for the last 6 months. We have a program called Business in a Box where we set everything up for you in 30 days. Reach out to us, book a call, see how we can help you. Head over to my website, co929.com. We will be starting back up our free master classes. We're going to do 2 to 3 master classes a month, real estate, as well as just general entrepreneurship. So just continue to work with us, continue to share our videos, continue to show us love, like and support us, and we'll try our best to do that. What are the most effective strategies you have used to find and acquire off-market properties? Literally, word of mouth, reaching out to active title companies that's doing a lot of value, letting them know who you are and what you do, and if they come across any deals that fall through the table, and don't hesitate to call us or send us sellers our information. Reaching out to realtors, letting them know, we can buy houses and take care of houses that is having hard times passing home inspections, and it has enough equity to be able to take an as-is cash offer. Also, like we at that point in time now, where at one point we was doing auction.com deals where we was putting up $8,000 to $10,000 in EMD, and then we're selling to investors because they don't feel like they want to go fight and bid for the auctions, and we're selling to investors and we're signing out LLCs over to the investors. That was a great way to acquire a lot of deals. And then the off-market stuff, just being able to have a solid list. So driving for dollars list is very effective. And then just going to people that's on failed listeners, even though it was on the market, now it's off the market. The failed listener list is very powerful. You can get a lot of quality deals from that. And then just checking people that's in that's vacant. The zombie list, so vacant and pre-foreclosures has always been an amazing list. For a while, for 2 years, the pre-foreclosure list was pretty much dead because the banks wasn't foreclosing on anything. So homeowners felt like, why should I, even deal with this right now? I can stay here rent free until the court system opens back up. But now you're at that point where you can go back to the court systems and everybody has to get foreclosed on and all of that good stuff. So yeah, hopefully that answers your questions. Like I said, if you have a VA and you feel like your VA is not getting to where you want them to get to and where you want them to be, or you just don't have time to work with them consistently, training them on a weekly basis, meeting with them at least twice a week, we do have a program called VA Mastery Premium where we'd love to take on your VAs and train them and get them to the next level and continuously train them every single week out the month. Only for $97 a month per virtual assistant. If you're interested in that, go to va.co929.com/premium. Sign up today. Our next class is Monday at 4 p.m. and our class after that is Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a very effective way to really see the results in your VAs, to really push and drive your VAs. We teach an all new framework, all new systems. We tell your VAs when you come into the class, throw away your scripts. You're about to relearn the way to connect with people and get people to say yes to book a call. So if you're interested in getting signed up for that, it's $97 a month per virtual assistant. Hell, just sign up for one of your VAs and see the difference. Run a split test. If you have 2 VAs, put one through the training and then keep the other one out, and you'll see a totally difference in the quality of leads that's being sent back to you. Yeah, so we coming out with a free PDF download of the best virtual markets that we will recommend for 2023. That'll be out sometime next week. Just text us and we'll send you over a copy of the link to get that free PDF download. Then we'll make it available in our YouTube links once that PDF download is available for you. You can easily subscribe to our email list by going to co929.com and just subscribing to the list, and we'll take good care of you. Any more questions, guys? It's been a really fun class today. Let me get a list of all the days that we're doing activities so that you can have it. I've written it down somewhere. I'm sorry to bust our bubble, but we've been using AI in my business for the last 3-4 years. AI now it's just buzzing now because of Instagram and TikTok videos, but AI has been around for a very long time. It's nothing new. So yeah, we already using that stuff. So let me continue to drop your questions, guys. Looking for the list. I know I got it somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So Mondays is Motivation Mondays. Tuesdays we're gonna be always talking about lead generations. Wednesdays just different strategies. Then Thursdays we're talking VA, so VA mastery, how to really be good at VA. So it's all VA topics that we may come up with. And then, as you know, Fridays is Q&As. Like I said, we'll be going live Monday through Friday for the next 12 months. This is a challenge I just gave myself to stay consistent. So in the process, we help many people along the way get deals, do business, all that good stuff. So continue to support us. Let everybody know about the live stream. We really put a lot into doing these videos and putting out content, and we like to do stuff live. So you can engage with us and get the question answered. Then we're dropping a ton of videos, so you're going to probably get maybe 5 to 6 videos a week separately, just in teaching you entrepreneurship, real estate, teaching how to set up different side hustles. If you ever want to create a course, showing you that stuff, teaching you how to sell your knowledge, all that stuff. So just be on the lookout for a lot of stuff. And typically it's between 12 and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's no set time just because we run multiple businesses and my schedule is always fluctuating. So they pick the time the day in the morning of, and then, they send me my schedule. So I literally operate on a schedule. And if I was you guys, I would definitely consider operating on a schedule. And even like now, I give myself a lunch break, all of that stuff. I don't play around. So you were saying you assigned the pre-foreclosure and escrow. No, I assigned the pre-foreclosure. It depends. So when we talking pre-foreclosures, majority of my pre-foreclosures are usually going to be short sale deals. So we hire a short sale negotiator to go to the bank and to get the bank to agree to take less than what's owed on the property, right? So you know, some of the pre-foreclosures you may see some pre-foreclosures with a ton of equity in it, but the easiest transactions that I've done thus far has always been the no equity pre-foreclosures, because then we're able to go negotiate a short sale. And what happens is we'll put the contract in the name of a LLC, typically after the street address. So if it's 123 Antoine Campbell Drive, then the LLC will be 123 Antoine Campbell Drive LLC. It's a blank LLC. Then it's easier to assign the LLC over to the cash buyer, because on short sales you're not allowed to assign it. No assignments or anything. Nobody can be making money off this deal because the bank already taking the L. So just talk to your different states and title company. Things are a little different everywhere, but for the majority of the states, just speaking in a general sense, they don't like the banks. They really frown upon seeing assignments and all that. So you would have to sign the interest. Basically, you sold the LLC to them, not the house or the contract. And then within the LLC comes this obligation with this contract that they have to perform. So it's a loophole. When you actually work with me in one-on-one and stuff like that, we get into really details of strategies and things. So yeah, hopefully that's enough to get to where you need to be. Well, listen, we coming up on 45 minutes. I just want to make sure that we got all the questions answered. We did an amazing sale this week for leads. So today we're going to do 50% off my ebook. If you want to know how to delegate, outsource, and just be an overall better leader, 50% off, $49. So it's usually $99. So we'll give you the ebook, the art of delegation, for $49. Over today into Monday. Then after Monday, we're launching a brand new funnel, and it's going back to $99. So if you want a copy of the ebook, you want to learn how to delegate, maybe you're not ready just yet to pay for a VA or whatever the case may be, you still should be learning the information to implement. So reach out to me even through my Instagram DM and say delegation, or text me the word delegation, and I send you the payment link to make the payment to be able to get you the copy of the ebook, the Art of Delegation. It's a very informative ebook. It's interactive, which means it gives you activities to do and fill out. It gives you strategies. It gives you everything you need to really master the delegation concept. Any more questions? And just remember this, guys. Weekends are what empires are built. So don't just take the weekend completely off. Give your business 2 to 3 hours of your weekend. Give your business 2 hours on Saturday and another 2 hours on Sunday. Football is gone. It's still basketball, but hell, you can watch the replay. What I usually do as another time hack, I don't sit down and watch the whole game. I wait till the dang game over with and then go to YouTube and watch the NBA 10-minute compressed replay. I think this whole compressed thing to get you right where you need to be is going to be really big in the next 10 years. Even look at like TikTok, like people like that short-term compressed because it's straight to the point. People don't want to have to wait all day to figure things out. People even going to the point that they're compressing like movies like Titanic from a 3-hour movie down to a 2-minute overview because we're in a time of the day where people don't feel like they want to waste that much energy to think or to assume or to figure things out. So this whole compressed theology is going to be really big. Well, other than that, I'm going to leave it here. If you're interested in that ebook, do me a favor, DM me. Also, follow me on Instagram at CEO929. And then if you really want to show me some love, tag me in your stories, and I'll be sure to repost it, letting them know that you're watching us live here on YouTube. And once again, we keep these videos up. We don't delete them. So you can go back and watch as many videos as you would like. We're going to leave it for one more minute. So any final questions, get your questions in before we get out of here. Like I said, go to CO929.com, book an appointment with us, get on the phone, figure out how could we help you in your business and take your business to the next level, whether it's VAs, implementation, courses, whatever the case is, we got everything you need to take your business to the next level. Have a great weekend and invite your friends. Next week, we got a lot to cover next week, so don't miss out on next week's live trainings.